A leading civil society in Africa, civil society organization connected to development has expressed displeasure over the inability of government to secure lives and property, increased poverty in the country and inequality as the nation marks 25 years of democracy. They make this known in Abuja at an event organized to launch the group's annual report called Echo for Impact, which aims to give an insight into lessons learned in 2023 Nigerian democracy and the effort the initiative put to impact grassroots communities and to give voice to the voiceless. They decried the impact of the japa syndrome on the Nigerian economy while calling on the Nigerian youth to join hands with government to build a better country.
Our democracy is not really working for Nigerians. So while we celebrate the stability of our democracy, we're also concerned, particularly with the trend of conversation in Nigeria right now around the minimum wage. While Nigerians are expectant, it's also sad where we are as a nation. And I say this in the context that 10 years ago, as a nation, the minimum wage of this country 10 years ago was about $120. That's in 2014. But in Nigeria of today, we are having all this back and forth conversation, and Labour is demanding, or Nigerian government is offering a minimum wage of about $40 10 years after, at a time where the purchasing power of Nigerians have so reduced, at a time where inflation is at its all-time high, at a time where insecurity has denied us so much, at a time where we're seeing food scarcity, like the days of the stories in the Bible where we talk about famine in the land. I know of a community right now in Benue State, Agatu to be specific, who had a project there. I know that in that community for the past 3 months, the farmers have all left their communities. They've not been able to go to farm because of insecurity. So while we are excited for life, while we are excited for this democracy that we have, while we celebrate this 25th anniversary of Nigeria's democracy, we are not particularly very excited of the progress which we expect out of the democracy. One thing that I've noticed, even as we celebrate this democracy, is this trend of japa syndrome. While every human being across the world has the right to move or go to anywhere they want to go to, I'm a bit concerned in the case of Nigeria, as I believe, and this is my personal opinion, that the japa syndrome has become a bit of a distraction to a lot of young Nigerians who the future is theirs. Because no matter how far you run or how far we go, Nigeria is your country, is my country, is our only country. Because even if you leave, you can't take all your families out of this country. So a lot of Nigerians, young Nigerians, instead of engaging in the process to see this country work, most people rather are focused on exiting and leaving the country to other countries for greener pastures. I do not blame them, but while we are here, I want to call on young Nigerians to commit more to working in this country, commit more to seeing that our democracy works, asking the critical questions, holding government accountable, demanding good governance from our political leaders who we voted into power.
I believe in an environment that is enabling. Why do we have to have affirmation for women? Why? Why can't we have a society where we allow men and women become competitive? Because politics itself is supposed to be competitive. Nobody should decide how many percentage should young people get or women. Mind you, women and young people makes the block number. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu won because women and young people voted for him. So why must we have affirmative action? Why can in Rwanda today, over 60% are cabinet members with women and are cabinet members. So why can't Nigeria get there? So again, in as much as, yes, connected development supported the bills, sadly, that the last National Assembly threw out, we will continue to demand for justice. And that's why when you have a society that is fair and just, where power is created and shared, then you have peace, you have prosperity, and there will be less of agitation and sadness. It is sad that we're still dealing with insecurity in the Northeast. We're dealing with banditry in the Northwest. We're dealing with secessionists in the Southeast, and some pocket of other security in the South and in the Southwest. But I think that it's also a cause for reflection and hold security agencies accountable. in as much as we support them to deliver.